Today I'm gonna challenge me, brother, mom and dad to draw Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. But there's a catch. Each of us will get a random challenge. Alright, let's begin with my side. So, what challenge I have to do? Evil mode? My task here is to turn Buzz Lightyear into a villain. To do that, I'm adding cracks to his helmet Pixar, changing his eye color and swapping the purple parts for red to make him look more evil. And honestly, I've never really turned characters into villains before, so this was pretty challenging. Shading time. Skip. The final step is the outline. It brings everything together and makes the drawing look clean and complete. And finally it's finished. Okay, this actually looks insane. Buzz Lightyear? Nah, Buzz Darkyear. Anyways, now it's mom's side. Alright, let's see what challenge she gets. Oh no, a time limit? Yeah, this is definitely one of the hardest challenges. Some time limits are easy, but others are really tough. Whatever she picks, that's her time to draw. And she got 30 minutes? So I place a 30-minute timer in the corner to track her time. And what she has to do here is to simply draw Buzz Lightyear in cartoon style. Honestly, since she's an experienced artist, this should be pretty easy for her. But the time limit can ruin everything. Okay, hold on, why does this look so good? And on top of that, she still has more than enough time left. Yeah, I think she might win this. Oh, and I almost forgot. The winner with the best side gets the grand prize. A single glorious Posca marker. There are only a few minutes left. Is she going to finish it? And that's it, the time limit challenge is over. Honestly, I think we're in trouble. This looks way too good. Anyway, let's move on to my brother's side. Now the question is, what challenge is he going to get? One color? Personally, I'd say this is one of the easiest challenges you can get. So here are 6 random colors, and let's see which one he's stuck with. Blue? As you understood, my brother is only allowed to use blue colors. If it's not a shade of blue, he can't use it. Like I said, this is a pretty easy challenge. And even though he wanted to draw with his favorite color green, my brother really enjoyed the process. Shading was definitely the hardest and most time-consuming part for him, but in the end it actually turned out pretty cool. By the way, as I said, my brother's favorite color is green, but what's yours? I'm really curious to see what the most popular color is. Mine is blue. Now comes the outline. Let's see if he can keep it clean. Here's the final result. He put more time and effort into his side than anyone else, and honestly, it paid off. Okay, to the dad side. What challenge is he gonna get? 2 challenges? No way, it's the toughest challenge possible. First, switch hands. Let's see how often he has to switch hands. 10 seconds? On top of that? Time limit? So, what's the time limit? 1 hour? Wish you luck. In my opinion, switching hands is the hardest challenge you can get. At least he has a decent time limit. So he draws 10 seconds with the right hand, then 10 seconds with the left. I can say my dad enjoyed this one. Drawing with both your dominant and non-dominant hand is really hard, and he struggled a lot. He even wanted to quit the challenge, but he did find a way to make it a bit easier. So his idea is to draw for 10 seconds with his right hand, then wait 10 seconds and repeat. I'm not sure if I'd call it cheating, but considering how difficult this challenge is, I allowed it. Let's support that and show him that his effort was worth it. Write something nice in the comments. The hardest challenge is finally over, and you can see it yourself. Even without knowing it was drawn with both hands, it still looks awesome. Alright, we are halfway done. Now it's mom's side. What challenge is waiting for her? Random style? Oh, that's actually one of my favorite ones. Alright, what style is Buzz getting this time? Yo, anime? She started by erasing the sketch. Since the new season of Gojo just came out, we decided to use that anime as a reference. So she used clean straight lines to capture the anime style. And I think we accidentally turned Buzz into a girl. For the shading, she uses bold lights and shadows without any gradients. And you know, I think so far it's looking really cool. Although it doesn't really look like Gojo style. And overall, she spent just 1 hour on this side. 1 hour! I can only dream of that. And finally, she's outlining it all. With that, Buzz Lightyear is now an anime character, more like an anime girl, but I'd rate it 50 out of 10. It's definitely the best candidate for first place so far. Anyway, let's move on to the brother's side. What will his challenge be? Again, random style? That's 2 random style challenges in a row. Okay, so what style he has to do? Fire? He's drawing flames around Buzz and using warm color combo. For example, his hand, which is usually white, is now yellow. Now he's working on the shading with pencils, probably the hardest part, especially with the fire part. It's really difficult to get those smooth transitions. And to make it even better, the outline is here. Maybe if he messes it up, I'll have a chance. Finally, the brother's side is done, and I'm honestly blown away. This looks way too good. The challenge continues. It's now my side. Let's see how unlucky I am this time. X-ray? I think I accidentally pulled the style from a completely different video. But anyways, let's do it. To be honest, X-ray is one of my most favorite styles, and to do it, I first draw a regular cartoon Buzz Lightyear. After that, I add black lines across the drawing and place white lines wherever they overlap the outline to create that cool skeleton effect. I actually do the X-ray style pretty often, so it normally goes smoothly. But this time it was way more challenging than I expected. I spent an entire day working on my side, but honestly, in the end, it was worth it. Alright, time to bring it all together with the outline. Now let's do the final part, adding the X-ray effect. And here's X-ray style complete. It totally blew me away. I would rate it 9 out of 10. Anyway, we finally reached the last side, the dead one. Traditionally, random box picks the challenge for that. Oh, no curves? It's not an easy challenge, but it's not a difficult either. So first of all, he needs to slightly erase the sketch. The challenge is that everything has to be drawn using only straight lines. No circles or curved lines allowed. At first he was a bit skeptical about this challenge, but once he got into it, things started going way better than expected. By the way, if you're still here, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like and subscribe. It's the best way to support me and my content. This is honestly the hardest video I've ever made, and I spent a full month working on it every single day. So thank you for your support. With that, after a week of drawing, countless strokes, and tons of effort from me and my family, our drawing is complete. It's time to present you Buzz Lightyear.
Listen!